Well, it's Friday night, which means Game of the Week for Newswatch 12, and that's where we find Stormwatch 12 meteorologist Josh Colbreth, who is live at the Lithia and Driveway Fields. Josh, how's the weather looking out there for tonight's game?
Oh, Jerry, it's looking 10 out of 10 out here. Not a cloud in the sky. It is beautiful, actually a little bit on the warmer side for the last day of September. And just keep in mind, even though it's not really coat weather outside, we do have the Coats for Kids barrel out. The campaign doesn't technically start today, but for some of the upcoming games, we'll have the barrels out, and so you can come right up to Storm Wrangler, right up to the barrel, and you can make the donations, and we would certainly appreciate that. And of course, all the people in need in Southern Oregon and Northern California would certainly appreciate that as well. Now let's talk about the weather a little bit more in depth. Right now, you're taking a live look at Wairika, courtesy of the Rain Rock Casino, and plenty of blue skies in the Shasta Valley as well. We are at 81 degrees in Wairika, seeing some pretty good air quality. We'll have a closer look at air quality here in a second. But current temperatures right now across the rest of the region, still very warm for this time of the year, 60s and 70s for the east side, 70s and 80s for West Side Valley, so still pretty balmy outside, and 76 degrees in Brookings. That's because of the Chetco effect. We have those winds that are streaming in from the east, bringing some of those inland components of the air to the Brookings area, so that's why we're locally a little bit warmer there as opposed to Port Orford and for Langlois. As far as air quality is concerned, not sure if on your end if you're able to see some of the contour on this map, but just know that there is a lot of green, so good air quality in Siskiyou County and Curry County, Josephine, Jackson, Klamath, and Lake counties, but there's some pretty suspect air quality up towards the Cedar Creek fire. So in between Roseburg and Schmold, that's where that fire is burning now above 100,000 acres. So lots of thick smoke from that, but so far the air pattern and the wind pattern hasn't taken any of that really thick smoke down into Southern Oregon and Northern California, so hopefully that can keep up over the days to come. Here is your Friday football forecast for the Rogue Valley, and this does include our Friday Night Blitz game of the week as South Umpqua is taking on St. Mary's. It is going to be a beautiful evening under the lights. Kickoff will be clear. Temperatures will be in the lower 80s, and by the time we get to the halftime, not sunny in 75, but clear in 75, and I don't think you're going to need a jacket, at least in the Rogue Valley, for the remainder of the games. Now, as we head deeper and deeper into the night, temperatures will be actually a little bit chilly over on the east side, 30s and 40s. Not as chilly as what we experienced just this morning. And then for the west side valleys, we'll have temperatures that'll be on the cooler side, near 50 degrees. But once again, the trend is that we're going to be a little bit warmer compared to what we experienced for this morning. And then along the coast, not expecting any widespread marine layer fog, but just some patchy marine layer fog down towards Brookings. And then for tomorrow, and again, this graphic says today, but it definitely should say for tomorrow, we'll have temperatures that'll be well above average for this time of the year. In fact, 10 degrees above average. We'll be in the 70s over on the east side, near 90 degrees for the west side valleys, and we'll be near 70 degrees once again there along the coast in Brookings, as we'll still have the Chetco effect, just probably not as strong as what it's been for today. Just keep in mind, we'll have winds coming out of the northeast for tomorrow, maybe seeing some patchy haze and smoke increasing, but very light. We're not expecting any big time reductions in air quality. Here is your Cascades forecast for the weekend. Crater Lake in particular, lots of sunshine, temperatures in the mid 60s, feeling very comfortable. Not as comfortable in the Rogue Valley, as we'll have temperatures that'll be about 10 degrees above average for the next 7 days. And unfortunately, as the new water year begins, it actually begins tomorrow, no water is in the forecast over the next 7 days. Here's your 7-day forecast for the coast. The marine layer coming back next week, getting more clouds and temperatures dropping back down into the 60s. For Siskiyou County, temperatures that will be hot, not quite as hot as 878 degrees, but still definitely toasty for this time of the year. Plenty of sunshine. We'll also see some warmer conditions and plenty of sunshine, very dry for the east side. The Cascades will see some pretty rapid snow melt over the next 7 days. Remember, a couple weekends back, we had some snow up towards Mount Shasta, Mount Ashland. Well, all that's going to melt. Maybe not all of it, but we're definitely going to see some rapid snow melt with some of the warmer temperatures in the sunshine. And then for the Rogue Valley, temperatures hovering right near 90 degrees. Our weather pattern staying pretty static, dry, and pretty warm over the next 7 days.